What's going on, guys? It's Mehdi, and in this video I want to share with you one of my clients, Laryssa. So this video isn't about me at all. It's about one of my clients, Laryssa, that started working with me about just under 2 weeks ago, and she's gone from zero as a complete beginner with no prior experience in building high ticket offers, where to find clients, how to generate sales, to now making over $5,000. Now, I took aside about 30 minutes to really dive deep into interviewing her. And some of the questions I asked her is to help you. Because if you're someone that's in a position that isn't generating at least 5K every couple of weeks or $10,000 a month plus, then you're gonna have an opportunity to hear it from someone that's completely brand new. Because it's all well and good me being someone that, if you're new to this page, consistently generates around $100,000 every single month, has done well over $3 billion in online track sales. But you're going to get an insight into hearing it from someone that's completely brand new, start off with zero experience. So look, that's enough from me. I'm going to let her take it away in the client interview. Watch until the end. And by the way, this is going to be one of the most important 30 minutes of your time that you invest. Because look, if you can't sustain your attention for 30 minutes, if you need flashy animations or some Looney Tune, pop-ups every 2 seconds to keep your mind focused, then building a business isn't for you. The way I've designed my channel specifically, especially in the more recent videos, is to give you videos that don't contain a ton of pop-ups every 2 seconds, because this is exactly what these other YouTubers are doing to you. They're giving you hits of dopamine every 2 to 3 seconds to try and keep you engaged, and it's completely f***ing up your attention span and the way that you retain information. So I've left out all the overly edited BS so you can get like a real, raw, authentic insight into Laryssa's journey and see exactly what it is that countless other people are doing to generate very, very consistent high ticket sales on a day-to-day basis. So enjoy the client interview and I'll see you at the end. All right, welcome to this client interview. So today I've got a very special guest who is Laryssa. Laryssa, how are you feeling today?
I'm excited. Today's a good day.
Absolutely, man. Every day is a good day. So look, obviously, the reason I wanted to bring Laryssa onto this client interview is because Laryssa's just come on board with us as a client. She's been here for about, how long, Laryssa?
Gosh, only a couple of weeks, maybe 2-3 weeks max.
Yeah, just under 2-3 weeks. And in that short space of time, Laryssa, how much have you made?
I've made 5K.
Congratulations, man. $5,000 up in 2 weeks. Now, one of the main reasons as to why I wanted to do this client interview with you today is because I've seen that there's a lot of different people that are in the same position as you were, right? Now, I'm going to get you to touch on your previous experiences before you obviously started an online business, why you started in the first place, some of the challenges that you may experience as well, and just get you to speak on some of those to see what it was that led to your breakthrough, what it was that led to you now being in a state where literally I get DMs from you every day saying, I just made another $1,000 or I just made another $2,500, right? So take it away, man. What was one of the main reasons why you decided to start your online business, and what is it that you do?
Oh gosh. Yeah. So a lot of reasons actually. One, truly craved freedom, wanted to be able to work from anywhere at any time that I wanted. And then I also just wanted to get out of corporate life. I wanted to never have to commute to an office again. And I just wanted to make more money, honestly. I was sick of not being able to pay my bills, accruing more debt, and I knew that I had to start my own business in order to have any kind of breakthrough and actually make real money.
Definitely. And how did you personally get into it? Because I know a lot of people just kind of scroll online. How did you discover making money online?
Good question. So I think it was just maybe 4 or 5 months back. I was looking up how you can make money online, discovered digital marketing, and I started with a digital marketing course, an MRR course, and then from there everything kind of snowballed, kept buying courses, and then here I am.
Definitely. And just to touch on that point as well, because so many people, including myself when I first started out, we get into this cycle of just buying training program after training program. First of all, how did that happen for you? How did you end up just buying training program after buying training program? And what outcome did you get out of that?
Yeah, so I bought a training program or two and maybe started seeing a little bit of money come in. Wasn't much, maybe 1,000, 2,000 tops, but I would say I just kept buying the next new course thinking that it was going to make me more money or that I'd kind of catch on to a viral course and be able to sell it better. But ultimately, it wasn't really getting me anywhere. And I knew that if I wanted to take things to the next level, I had to learn from the best, right? I had to find a way to do something different to get out of that cycle of just getting the next new course and hoping, just hoping that it would produce the outcome that I wanted. And so that's what I did. I found a way to pivot away from just reselling a course and take things to the next level so I could actually see results that would change my life.
Definitely, definitely. And you mentioned that you were just kind of hoping. What were some of the strategies that you were using before that led to maybe one or two sales, but kind of unpredictable sales?
Yeah, I would say that looked like posting a ton of reels, posting a ton of stories, sharing my results, which, had some results, but ultimately it looked like spending way too much time posting content, spending time talking to people in the DMs, trying to convince them to buy this, $97 product that I was selling. It was just essentially spinning my wheels over and over for very little results.
Definitely. And you mentioned there, like, you were charging only $97. And, one thing that we preach until the day we die is go high ticket, right? Now, high ticket being,
Hmm.
$500 plus, minimum that you should be charging out there is $1,000 and beyond. You know, why would you say for those people that are starting out, that are start promoting $97 offers, why would you say it's important for them to have an offer that's $1,000 and beyond?
Yeah, because ultimately at the end of the day, you have a high ticket offer that's less work for you, more money in your pocket. It just makes more sense. If you spend all that time trying to sell somebody a $97 product, why not try and sell them $1,000 or $2,000 offer instead for the same amount of work? It's a no-brainer, really.
Definitely. And what would you say has been the quality change in the type of people that you were attracting when you were only charging $97 compared to now when you're charging $1,000, $2,000 and beyond?
Yeah, I'd say the people that I work with now are serious. They want to take it to the next level. They really give this their all. They see this as a long-term sustainable business. There's kind of no funny business involved. They're ready. Whereas when you have a lower ticket product, people are a bit more wishy-washy. So definitely attracts more high caliber client for sure.
For sure. And I know for a lot of people when they first start out, including myself, right? And even yourself, I remember when we first spoke, you were explaining a little bit about, oh man, I don't know about charging $1,000 and $2,000. And I think a lot of people have a limiting belief where I don't know if I can charge 1,000 or I don't even know what I would deliver for that price point. What led you to be able to overcome that and how's it affected your business?
Yeah, that's an awesome question. So I would say, I started a little bit smaller and then signed on some people and realized actually what I'm offering to people is so valuable that this price needs to increase. I mean, I just had somebody sign on with me yesterday who's already hitting 8K a month, but she knows the value of this. And I told her, I was like, look, what you're getting for this price is absolutely insane. You're not going to find this anywhere else. And this price is just going to keep increasing as more and more people have success. So I would say what it took to overcome that is at first a couple of people maybe signing on and having some really good conversations and starting to see people have success and big aha moments and then realizing, you know what, there's something really good here and I can actually increase this price even more because the results that I'm already seeing and what I know people are going to walk away with, it's so much more than $1,000. You can't put a price on seeing people have mass success and take their business to the next level.
For sure. So your advice is for people that are just stuck with that limiting belief, charge a lower price, go above and beyond to make sure that you deliver and over deliver that person. And then gradually, as you start to see success, begin to increase your prices, right?
Yeah, I think that's a good strategy to start with if you're not comfortable charging a really high price. And I found that works really well for me. And like I said, as I see people have results, as I sign on a higher caliber client, absolutely I can raise that price, especially as demand grows. Because
Yeah.
look, I booked out calls very quickly for this week. I mean, I'm completely full. I'm booking out, 2 weeks in advance right now. So why would I not charge more when I know that the service I'm delivering is top notch?
100%. And just on average, how many book calls a day are you now getting through applying like some of the different strategies that we've been sharing with
I mean, I can quite frankly book as many calls as I'd like, but I'm limited right now. So
you? Yeah.
I have to keep some time for myself, right? And some time to work on my business. So this week I booked out 10 calls for new people And that's my max. Like I'm capped out. Like I said, I'm booking now about a week or two in advance. So I can book as many people as I'd like. It's just a matter of how many people can I fit in my schedule this week. I'm limited there.
100%, 100%. And you mentioned that now your main focus is you're still creating the content, but you're now booking in calls, you're now offering people on a more consistent day-to-day basis. Now, I know in a lot of different programs and a lot of people that try to build businesses online and scale them to their first 5K or their first 10K, they spend way too much time building the perfect website or building the perfect funnel or writing out an email sequence, right? Or even just posting content by itself, right? Why would you say it's important for someone like yourself to have now done $5,000 a month and spend your time on activities like booking out calls?
Yeah, because I would say when you book out calls, you're going to be able to convert a handful of those people, and ultimately that's what's going to bring in the money. Posting your content, making sure your website is perfect, that just isn't going to bring in the money at the end of the day. You have to focus on the action that's going to produce a result. And so ultimately that's booking in calls, because even if you book in 10 people, I better hope that one or even two of those people becomes a paying client. So that's where the focus needs to be.
Absolutely, man. So there you guys have it. The secret sauce to generating predictable income is to have a predictably booked calendar, right? Because if you can have 10 or 20 people booked in, even if 5% of those people convert, you're still making a sale, right? I mean, not 5% of 10, but you get the point, right? If you book enough calls and even if you have a 5 to 10% conversion rate, you're still going to make money. Now, one of the main things I want to ask you today, and this is where I think you separate yourself from a lot of the people that I've seen over the past years. They want to make a change, they want to grow their business, but 3 months later, 6 months later, they're still posting content, not really generating any sales. Now, we had a total of 4 conversations, right? And each one of those, you're like, oh man, I don't know, I'm on the fence, etc., etc. I don't know whether we should work together or not. What was it that made you decide to finally pull the trigger? Because a lot of people are in the same situation as you, right? They're afraid of investing into themselves. So what was it that made you overcome that and decide I want to go for this?
Yeah, I would say at the end of the day, truly money was my driving factor. Like I had to make this work. I knew that I had to change my life and I wasn't going to let anything stop me, even money. So I would say it was knowing that this was something I had to do in order to change my life and taking the risk and going for it. Because look, at the end of the day, you can make an excuse for anything. You can say, oh, I'll wait 3 months. Oh, I don't have the money. Well, you can say that about anything. And it's like if you had an incurable disease and the doctor told you you needed treatment, and if you didn't get it in a week, you die, you'd be like, yeah, I'll freaking do anything to get that treatment. You would sell your house. You do whatever you needed. It's the same thing here. You'll do whatever it takes in order to change your life, turn it around, and start bringing in the cash. And
Yeah.
that was the same thing for me. It was like, look, am I just going to keep fighting this for weeks, for months? Where the end of the year comes and it's been almost a year since I've started in this space and I don't see results. Like I couldn't let that be something that would happen to me. I had to understand that the pain of where I was at was much greater than what would happen if I started this and I didn't see results. And plus, I knew that this was going to work. Let's be
Yeah.
real. You guys are the bomb. But with that being said, yeah, ultimately it was knowing that it was do or die. I had to do it to change my life. Point
Absolutely.
blank.
100%, man, and it's paid off, and this is the difference between people that don't take action and the people that do. Action takers are money makers at the end of the day, right? Now,
For
I'm
sure.
sure another question I want to ask you is this. A lot of people go through different courses. You mentioned yourself that you've been through multiple different courses before meeting us, and I'm sure on the way to us getting connected, you probably had 100 people that pitched you their perfect offer and it sounded like the best thing since sliced bread. What do you feel like separates what we do with our clients, with yourself, than what everybody else does?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, I would say in our interactions, I could just tell y'all were top notch. Everything you presented to me was full of value. It was jam packed with value and was presented in such a way that really made me question and challenge my beliefs of what I had in this space coming into it. But I would say value, like you always gave me a ton of value that I knew that I could use moving forward, but I needed help in implementing it, right? Because you can give me the perfect action plan, but if I don't know how to what's the word? If I don't know how to implement that, then I'm out of luck. And then also, I mean, your results, it's out there. You're very good at what you do. So that was a huge thing. And then also there was a guarantee. It was like, look, we'll work with you until you hit a certain amount. And at that point, it's like, well, what's the risk there if they're actually saying that they're going to work with you until you hit a certain goal? So it was a no-brainer for me, really.
Definitely. And, to kind of wrap this up, what kind of advice, and thank you for your kind words, by the way, really appreciate it. And I know, Laryssa, like I've told you from the very beginning, the minute we started working together, I have a very, very good eye for students, and I can tell just by sitting down with you whether you're going to go out there and crush it. And what I tell you the first time we met was like, listen, with the right help, you're going to make sale after sale after sale. 6 months from now, you're going to be looking at this and thinking, fuck, why didn't I do this sooner? And it's starting to pay off, which I'm really, really happy about, and I can't wait to see you crush that first 10K mark. So with that being said, what would you say is the number one biggest, or actually two skills, if you could remove everything that you do from your business and go back and just learn two skills as a marketer starting out or as a business owner to get to 5 or 10K a month, what are those two skills that you'd recommend to anyone that's watching this right now, that's in the digital marketing space, sells a high ticket offer or anything like that?
Okay, awesome. So I would, no, I got it. The two biggest skills. Okay, so I mean, the one biggest one that people don't realize when they come into the digital marketing space is sales. You got to have your sales skills on point, because if you can't sell what product you have, even if it's an MRR course, even if it's a low ticket product, you're never going to sell that, because the reality is, if you're just relying on passive traffic to sell your offer, it's just not going to happen. You're going to have conversations with people in the DMs, on a call, whatever it looks like, in order to sell. The second skill to be successful in the digital marketing online space, is that what you said? That was the question.
For sure.
Honestly, I mean, this one might be kind of general, but you got to be a go-getter. Like, you got to have this deep motivation and desire to not give up. You have to be resilient. I think that's the word I'm looking for. You got to have resiliency to know that, look, you're not going to sign on at every person. You're not going to maybe, make a ton of money right away, but you have to be resilient. You got to keep going. You can't give up. You got to, and you know what? I just want to say this to people. You have to invest in yourself and in your business, because if you can't invest in your business, you're never going to go anywhere. If you're just going to sit there and say, oh no, I've already spent too much money. It's like, look, I basically almost had to sell an arm and a leg to get to where I'm at now. But if I didn't do that, I wouldn't be here. And so I just want to encourage everybody watching this that if you're making excuses because of money, like, look, if you want to work, if you want to be the best, you have to learn from the best, right? And you have to invest in your business if you truly want to take this seriously and take it to the next level. Because if you can't invest in yourself, then it's just not going to work out for you. So anyway, those are my thoughts. I know they're a little all over the place.
Oh, definitely. I appreciate that. And it's so true, because even in my journey, I think a lot of people invest $500 into their first course. And when they hear price points upwards of $8,000 to $10,000, it's like, oh, but I bought this $500 course. And most people believe that they can just succeed learning from $500 to $2,000 courses, right? So what's your personal take on that? Now being someone that's invested on both sides of the spectrum, someone that's bought a $500 course, but someone that's also invested upwards of $8,000 into one-on-one coaching.
Yeah, and actually, I just did a post about this last night because I feel really strongly about it, that I was willing to invest in myself, and that was the big game changer. And it was a huge investment. Don't get me wrong, especially for somebody like me. This was a huge investment. I had to take out a loan to do this. But look at it this way. What if that investment not only paid for itself, let's just say in 1 month, 2 months, maybe even 3 months, however long it takes you, you not only made back your investment, but you made back way more every single month. Would it really be a big investment then? No. And it's a no-brainer. So yes, this is a huge chunk of money for some people, for most people actually, especially if you are here today. You are here because you need to make money. You want to make money. And you probably don't have the money, quite frankly, or else you wouldn't be in this position where you would want to make money. So with that being said, I mean, yeah, it's a big investment, but you just got to do it. You got to get started if you want to change your life because, like you said it, action takers, they're money makers, right? So those are
Yeah,
my thoughts there. I feel really strongly about the importance of investing in your business if you truly want to take it to the next level.
absolutely. And I couldn't agree more because I read a famous quote by Alex Hormozy, which says, how much is it costing you to not know what you don't know, right? And everybody inside the industry, when they start out in the high ticket space, they have a goal of they want to make $10,000 a month, right? But you see people for 12 months, 2 years that don't make $10,000 a month. And it costs them $120,000 every single year that they don't make that $10,000 a month, right? So even if you were to spend $10,000 on an investment to learn how to make 120 grand, it's going to pay for itself, right? But most people don't see it like that. They're always stuck in their old conditioning, right? So with that being said, thank you so much for your time. I've got one or two more questions before we wrap this up. First question being, if somebody's watching this right now and they're in a position where they're working a job or they want to quit their job or they want to get to their first $5,000 or $10,000 a month, what's the one biggest piece of advice that you have for them right now?
Have they started digital marketing yet?
They've started digital marketing.
All right, all right. Yeah, so I hate the advice, stay consistent, but I only say that if you actually know what you're doing. So, I mean, my advice to you is if you're serious about this and you want to take things to the next level, find a coach
Yeah.
who can help you get there. Because chances are, if you really are serious and you want to, let's say, quit your job and do this full time, it's going to be really hard to do that without the right coaches, without the right person leading you. So, absolutely, if you're serious about this and ready to do this, then find somebody who can help you get there. That would be my biggest advice because I have invested way more money than most people in this space. I mean, but I've also had a lot of other investments I've made recently, and it's helped me take things to the next level. So my biggest advice would be if you're serious, like invest accordingly, choose your coaches wisely, and keep on going, even through the hard days. And here's other advice I have. Don't quit on a hard day. Only quit on a good day.
For sure,
Yeah.
definitely. And you know what? It brings me on to two more questions from that, based on something that you said. And you said, look for a good coach, pick them wisely, right, and get yourself a coach. Most people don't know what are good traits to look for in a coach. Now, you haven't been through it. What would you say are some good traits that people should look for in a coach?
Yeah, I mean, I would say the first thing is you would be able to tell from your conversation if this is somebody that you could work well with, right? Somebody who's communicative, somebody who's a good listener, somebody who really offers you good value. I would say that's the big one is you can tell in, an initial call, maybe the second call, based on the value and information they provide you with, you can really tell if this is somebody who knows what they're talking about. So I would say that's one big piece of it is does this person really know what they're doing, right? Is this somebody that I can see
Sure.
myself working with? And then also, of course, results can be an important one. Is this somebody who has results both personally and the students that they've worked with? That's a big one as well. So, yeah, I would say ultimately results, the value that they offer you, and then your ability to communicate with one another.
Definitely, absolutely. So that's some really, really good pointers, and I'm sure a lot of people watching this are going to appreciate that because even me, I had a lot of difficulty in finding the right coaches. I had to go through a lot of crappy coaches to finally find good ones, right? So with that being said, the final question to wrap it up is what's next for Laryssa? Because you've been here with us for maybe a little bit over 2 weeks and you've smashed $5,000 as your first target. So huge congratulations to you. If you guys are watching this, spam congratulations in the comments for Laryssa to show her some love, okay? Now, obviously by the end of the 3 months, where do you see yourself headed with all the new skills, information that you picked up on and are now executing within your business?
For sure. Yeah, a couple of thoughts there. So, one ultimately is scaling the heck out of this thing, 20K months, no doubt about it. Also, as an entrepreneur, my mind is always going to the next thing, like where can we go next, right? So, I have ideas that I've already started working on, but I'm trying to back up a little bit so I don't move too quickly, but I have other ideas for things that I want to create and do. ultimately reach more people, right? So I would say ultimately, I mean, I'm looking to scale this thing in the next few months. I'm looking to really take it to the next level, help more people in the process who want to do the same. And yeah, I'm excited about bringing more ideas and opportunities to the table as well.
Definitely. No, I'm excited to help you scale. Me and you are definitely going to have a conversation about scaling, outsourcing some of the sales, and then opening up some more of your time as well so that you can focus on different activities. So I want to summarize this interview by sharing with you guys some of the main things that Laryssa's done to be successful, right? First one is, create your own offer, right? Because Laryssa, how many people promote the same stuff, right?
Yeah.
And too many, right? Thousands and thousands of people. So the fastest way that you can stand out is by creating an offer that's unique, that adds your own personal touch. And I think so many people are just afraid of doing that because they don't know what they would provide or how they would help out those people, which is why you explained it's important for them to get a coach, right? And then, focusing on daily active traffic where you can confidently know, okay, I've got 5 to 10 book calls a day. If I convert 10%, I'm making good money, right? And then essentially just focusing on always growing, never being afraid to invest into yourself, and having that relentless drive to do whatever it takes to reach your goals, right? So again, I want to thank you massively for your time. And to end this outro, if you guys are looking for a good high-ticket coach and you guys are looking to really start, scale, or grow your businesses, you can check the description below. And, I'd love to hook you up with one of the same first calls that we had with Laryssa. We can take some time to find out where you're at, where you want to get to, and build the best actionable plan to get from A to B. I've been Mehdi, this has been Laryssa, and we'll see you guys soon. Okay, so if you enjoyed the client interview, first and foremost, subscribe. But secondly, I'm going to give you the same opportunity that I gave Laryssa 2 weeks ago, which is the opportunity to go ahead and click the description below and book in a 45-minute strategy session with me, where all I did with Laryssa is find out exactly where she was, the main core things that she was struggling with, and help her build a plan that could help her fast track from A to B. And as you can see, it's paid off extremely well. In 2 weeks, she generated $5,000. I guarantee you, in the next 2 weeks, she's going to have hit her first $10,000 online. In 30 days from that, she's going to clear well above $20,000 a month and beyond. So the point is, your life can change, and it can change extremely rapidly on the other side of meeting someone that knows the information that you don't currently have. Always remember, how much is it costing you to not know what you need to know? Well, if you're someone that wants to make $100,000 a year, every year that you don't consistently make $100,000, it costs you $100,000 still to know that information. If you're someone that wants to make $1 million a year, it's the same situation for you. So with that being said, I've been Mehdi. Click the link in the description. If you need anything, DM me and feel free to get connected on Instagram, and I'll see you in the next video.